What's up? Welcome to Destination Station. As always, I'm Destin. Thank you for clicking on this video. Subscribe to Destination Station for all things horror, because all roads lead to Woodsboro. And today, we are going to talk about what they could possibly do with the Scream franchise in the future. Maybe not with the next installment with Scream 6. Maybe not with Scream 7. Whatever Radio Silence is doing with this new trilogy, if it's going to be a trilogy, hopefully this next film is going to be successful. And yeah, but the way I want to talk about this is that, you know, us fans always say that, like, there were certain characters that were just killed off too soon. We didn't get enough love from them. We didn't get enough screen time, and they get axed off pretty quick. It's like the Thing in Scream. It's like if somebody, if you're attached to this one character and he's like the best or she's the best character in the whole entire movie, don't hold on to that character, because they're pretty much going to get killed off. It's kind of like what they do. It's kill your darlings, as Kevin Williamson would say whenever he's writing his scripts. It's kind of like the way that The Walking Dead does with his characters. You know, you get attached to certain characters, especially like some of the main characters, and anyone could get axed at any time. And you're just like, well, that sucks. My favorite character just died. Why am I going to keep watching this show? That's how I felt with The Walking Dead anyways. But Scream keeps putting in really good, unique characters, but they keep killing them off as well. There's so many that I feel like was just gone too soon, and the franchise could have benefited from. We could have seen a little bit more chemistry between Randy and Dewey. I would have loved that, like, duo pair, like trying to solve a mystery, you know, figure out who the killers are. And same thing with Cotton Weary. We were just getting comfortable with him with Scream 2, and then they axe him off at the opening scene of Scream 3. And then with, let's see, okay, obviously there's going to be spoilers in this, but like the killers in the new film, you know, we got really attached to Richie. And then he turned out to be the actual killer, which in result, he got killed as well. So it's like, you know, it's just few and far between that we actually get to hold on to some characters in this franchise. So I wanted to talk about today what they could possibly do in the future with the Scream franchise, and I think it would be really smart, and it could also be very like a love letter to Wes Craven, just kind of like they did the last Scream film that said For Wes, and they did a lot of homages and stuff like that. And this one, they could do the same thing, but they could do to both franchises. But like, if you've ever seen the movie Wes Craven's New Nightmare, where it was all just a movie, and now there's like this entity that's actually trying to kill them in real life. And you got Heather Langenkamp playing Heather Langenkamp instead of Nancy. You got Robert Englund playing Robert Englund instead of Freddy, and Wes Craven's in it, among others. Like the entire cast comes back pretty much, and I feel like if they did some type of approach like that with the Scream franchise, especially with the way they play with the film Stab. I think that they could really do that. I would accept it. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comment section below. But like, think about like the entire cast, like Randy and Stu and Billy, Nancy, Sydney, Gail as Courtney Cox, Dewey as David Arquette, like, but they're coming back, and maybe they're being themselves, and they're being interviewed for a new Stab movie or something, or a new Scream film. Like all of them were all just films, except for the, you know, like it was all just a movie within a movie, but now they're all together, and they're trying to promote, like, you know, maybe the first film was just a movie, and they don't really, I don't know how they could really do it, but I just want to see the entire cast back, okay? And I think that would be really cool, and I think most of them would come up to play too, because a lot of them has stated that they thought that they were killed off too soon. And if they came back, say if they were doing like a horror convention all together for the first film, or for the films or something like that, and somebody actually, their love for horror movies went one step too far, like in the actual movies, and they were actually trying to kill Courtney Cox and David Arquette and Jamie Kennedy and Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard, but their characters would be completely swapped. Like Billy, Skeet Ulrich, who plays Billy, is nothing like Billy in the movie. Like, he's a completely different character now because he's playing himself. So he's like got this different type of personality. So it's like we see these stars in different eyes. I think that would be really unique, and I think it could work in the Scream franchise. And if they just do it as like an homage to Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and to Wes Craven, like dedicate it towards him, because like if you've ever seen Wes Craven's New Nightmare, it came out before Scream, but it was also ahead of its time. Wes Craven's New Nightmare was such a good movie. There's fans that's out there that's not really crazy about it because it's not technically a Nightmare on Elm Street film. I remember being a kid and going into Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and it blew me away. Even though there's not like a kill every 10 minutes or something like that. It was just the story and the structure and the eeriness, and Nancy was getting these weird phone calls from a strange fan, and it was kind of weird seeing Robert Englund kind of like getting along with Heather Langenkamp, and it was just like they're signing autographs together and they're doing talk shows together and stuff. It was just it was really cool, and I felt like wow, this was kind of like Scream before Scream. Like this was like the first time that like meta was a thing. Like now meta is like a trend pretty much, but like back then it was like really ahead of its time. A lot of people didn't know how to accept this film, and I don't know, maybe just me being a fan of these films and a fan of Wes Craven, and it just spoke to me. I think Wes Craven's New Nightmare is one of the best Nightmare on Elm Street films. It's not really technically a Nightmare on Elm Street film, but it's one of the better in the franchise, if you ask me. So yeah, what do you guys think about this? Well, like if they did take an approach with Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and they did, the Scream franchise in similar fashion, how would you want this to go? Would you want the characters to go be like all together at like a convention, or maybe they're on vacation, or maybe they're on the set of their own type of movies, but it has nothing to do with Scream, and there's a killer? Maybe there's so many different ways that they could go about it. And I was thinking about like the way the movie could open up. It could open up like a traditional Scream movie, like there's a kill, like somebody's there's that really like intense opening kill, and then like right before, like always Ghostface has always got his knife up and he's about to slash, and then the title cards come on. Like when that does it, you hear cut, and you see, radio silence, or whoever is going to be directing this one, like, and you see everyone behind the scenes, and the camera kind of just pans back and just shows everybody, and then, you see, certain characters come out, and you just see the entire cast, the original cast, just come into play, and they're all just kind of friends and hanging out and like, talking about the film and doing like interviews and press screenings and conventions and stuff like that. But then there's actually murders in real life. Somebody's actually taken their love for horror movies one step too far. We could still just play on that whole entire trope. It could still be like the same thing as Scream, but in reality. But it's still a movie. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my idea. I would love to see the Scream franchise like that, because I want to see everyone come back. Let's bring Rose McGowan back. Let's bring certain characters that doesn't get talked about much. Let's bring back Parker Posey. I thought she was a good addition for Scream 3. Bring back Roman. But they're all like, they would be like just, I don't know, maybe one of these stars, the way they could do it is like maybe one of these stars was killed off too soon, and now they're one of the killers in this one because their fandom or their star power has just like faded over the years and that was like their highlight of their life, like being in that Scream movie, but they killed them off too soon, so they couldn't live that life. They couldn't live in that limelight for very long. So yeah, there's different ways you could go about it. I just want to know what you guys think about this. I really like this idea. Some of y'all might be like, no, leave it alone. Just keep with the same story. I say for now, keep the same story. Let's finish out what Radio Silence is about to do. But after this film, and if we get a third film and we get a mastermind killer, here, fingers crossed for Stu, let's do something different with the franchise. You know, let's do something like Wes Craven's New Nightmare. You know, and let's New Nightmare the Scream franchise. I just think that it would just work as long as you do it soon. You can't wait for these characters to get like really up there in age. So yeah. That's my thought. That's all I wanted to do. I just want to make a quick little video. Hope everybody's having a great day. And follow me on all my socials and everything. Subscribe to Destination Station. Like this video. Let me know how you would want that type of scenario and that story to go if they did New Nightmare, the Scream franchise. Alright guys, thank you for clicking on this video. This is Destination Station. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.
Hello sinners, it is I, Father Evil, and I invite you to Destination Station on YouTube.